Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Beards and Bitcoins Crypto Podcast. We are your crypto podcast for the man's man. And yes, all those ladies that love you. I am joined, as always, with my man, Ben. You can also call him BitBoy.
Some
This is
people
Beards
do.
and Bitcoins. Some
That's
people
right.
do. How you been, man?
Man, I've been pretty good. Just chilling, making those monies in that cryptos. You guys know how it do.
Dude, it's like alt season, baby.
Oh yeah. Well, we had our first little roadblock in altcoin season this week where things kind of went down a bit. But guys, we got a real exciting show for you guys today. We're going to talk about a huge change coming to Beards and Bitcoins to the podcast. Is this the end?
Bigly.
Is this the end of BitBoy, J-Chains, Beards and Bitcoins? Some people say this could be the end of the road. We're going to tell you guys about that and what you can expect from the show. If you expect anything coming forward, people don't expect much from us. So, and then we're also going to be talking about a big story going on in crypto, which could affect the United States presidential election. Absolutely huge.
Big. Yo, it's insane.
Bigly. So,
it's blockchain's big moment.
Whew,
Like,
that sounds good. Blockchain's
dude,
big
I feel
moment.
like
So let's.
You know what? I feel like right now we need to cue the Eminem music. You got one chance, one opportunity. Bum 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 bum.
That's it. So we got a jam-packed show for you guys today. Let's get to it. All right, guys. Today we're going to be talking about. Let's start off with what's going on with the podcast, Jay. I mean, I think it's important. I know if you watch my channel, you listen to the podcast, maybe just casually, then maybe you want to hear more about what's going on with crypto. But for our podcast, this is really big news, and we want to tell you guys about it. We think it's going to probably improve the show. And no, we're not killing the show. People have asked us to kill Beards and Bitcoins a million times. Okay.
No, we're just think of it as a beard. We're just going to grow it bigger and better.
Bigger and better. That's right. And like J Chains, he's always growing his bigger and better. I'm trimming mine up, because I like that tight look. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm going to tell you something right now. A part of this announcement of the show is this beard, as you know, it is going to go his way.
Yeah. Well, this is news to me.
Well, see, the thing is, where I live, it's like 1,000 degrees, and like this adds about 15 degrees to my daily temperature. So I'm living every summer, man.
Go through it every summer.
But
last summer it was so bad we couldn't even do the podcast for like 6 weeks, I think, or something. All your beer.
Bad news. Well, anyway, so about the show, very exciting. We have decided to take this to the next level. We're going to a studio. We are going to the studio. My man Benjamin is coming to Austin.
That's right.
We got studio time. We're cutting it face to face. Now, I'm sure that you guys have heard an episode here and there where we're at an event or we're in person. And hey, I would agree. Probably, I think you would agree with me that the synergy is unmatched when we're in the same room.
Oh my gosh, when the beards combine. Okay, when my little beard hairs, my little white beard hairs are like reaching out, like almost able to touch your little beard hairs. Like, man, that's the true power of Beards and Bitcoins right there.
I got two white beard hairs. I call them my snake fangs. They're like right on my chin.
I love it, dude. I love it. But yeah, the synergy is better when you're live. And we know everybody's used to now at this point, like everybody's doing stuff on Zoom. But here's what I ask you. Have you guys watched The Tonight Show at all? Have you watched any night show at all since they've been hosting it via Zoom? Is it the same? No, it ain't got that pop.
I got to say, now normally, this was a weird thing. I'm back off the TV. I don't watch TV, but like right when it started, like I was watching the Jimmy Fallon show, like when he was doing this thing, like at his house. To me, I thought that was like the most real TV I've ever seen. So like I enjoyed that. Now I don't like it when he's back in the studio, but I don't like TV at all. So that's pretty much.
Well, when they're doing the interviews, it's just not the same. When people are doing these Zoom interviews, it's not the same as when they're in person. And we think that doing it this way, I'm going to go out to Austin. We're going to record some episodes, and we're going to be doing this. Be coming out there every month, every other month, whatever it is. And we're going to be really upgrading the quality of the podcast, and really excited about that. I think it's going to take us, to the next level. And, we'll have to figure out, we'll still be doing some Zoom ones when we do interviews and things like that, because it's hard to schedule a bunch of interviews, for the brief time that I'm out there. We're really excited. And you know what I'm even more excited about than the podcast?
What?
I know what you think I'm going to say. Blockchain voting. No.
No,
sticking with
no.
Austin.
I know exactly
What?
I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
There is a small blonde waiting for you.
Oh, that's right. Now, don't tell my wife, okay? She's about
full
3 feet
disclosure.
tall, okay, and she looks real good, and she likes to.
When she stands on her hind legs, she's about 3 feet tall, and we are talking about my dog Fia.
That's right. Me and Fia have a very special relationship, and I don't know if you guys have ever had a dog like hold your hand like a human, but I like it. I'm just gonna say it. I like it. No. I'm excited about the barbecue this weekend. Okay, we got to go eat some barbecue this week, right?
100%.
Oh, and we got to get some B-roll of that. We got to get me like with a rib dripping off my face, like sauce dripping everywhere. Because I love barbecue. We talk about barbecue on the show all the time, and I cannot wait to come back to Austin and get some of that BBQ.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be so good.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, we got options, man. There's tons of barbecue joints around here. I don't know what you want to do. You want to go where we went the last time? Get one of those beef ribs.
Shoot,
get
man,
some briskets.
Dude, I love that Salt Lick and I love that Franklin's. I don't know if Franklin's doing stuff the same though. Are they?
No. So actually just went there yesterday. My brother is in town. He's going to leave today. But so they're doing a new thing now where usually you go to Franklin, you get there at like 8 a.m. They don't open up till like 11 or 11:30, something like that. So you're there for a couple hours hanging out, socializing, whatever. Now what you do is order online. You go there at your time slot that you pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do like all this weird text message stuff. You have to go to like a parking spot, and then they just come out, drop it in your trunk, and then you go. It's totally different. It's not as good. The brisket is still really good, but the
brisket's still good. But part of going to a barbecue place is sitting down at the barbecue place. It's got that feel to it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess Salt Lake's running the same, right? That's a good one too. Gotta get some.
That one. Ooh, what I think we should do is we could go out to Lockhart, shoot some guns.
Oh yeah,
and then eat some barbecue.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's solid. Let's go do that. I would love to go shoot some guns. Man, nothing like shooting some guns, getting the blood racing. All right, guys. So that's what's going on with the podcast. So very excited, big news about that. This will be the last show of this format. So yeah, it's just we have some audio issues here and there. Like I said, green screen's kind of crazy behind me if you're watching. Really excited to get this thing more professional. In the studio. You guys know BitBoy Crypto. You know how I roll. Professional. High quality, high value production. Okay. That's what we do on this channel. And the podcast has not been there, and we are going to take it there. So really excited about that.
We're taking it.
Let's talk about blockchain. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about MAGA, make America great again, or not, or not MAGA, whatever you're for. What I'm talking about is blockchain voting for the U.S. presidential election. Tell us about it, Jay.
Yeah. So this was, I think, earlier this week. The United States Postal Service, they filed a blockchain patent for mail-in voting, which is huge. Yeah. I mean, this puts blockchain in the mind of people that didn't even know that it existed, which I don't even know if there's really people like that on the planet, but still, this is blockchain's big moment.
But I think the thing about it is that this could be blockchain's big moment. Being inserted into, the world's most hated thing, which is politics. And I think that this could definitely be something that takes things to the next level for blockchain adoption. Because a lot of people say, Bitcoin's a scam and blockchain's a scam. And now we're going to really put that to a test by putting it to the biggest scam of all, which is politics. I think we would all agree.
Voting. And voting's a scam anyway, because, everybody always says, like, my vote doesn't count. Screw this. Like, whoever I vote for is never going to win or whatever people always complain about. But this you can actually quantify what's going on with the voting system.
Yeah.
Because I think it's been garbage. I mean, what was it? Which president was it when it was down in Florida with the hanging Chad?
Oh, remember that deal? George W. and Al Gore.
That's right. I mean, there's been issues every time. Every election year, there's issues.
We're just lucky that we haven't had another crazy scenario like that where the vote was so close that you had to have the recounts and all that stuff. I mean, those are nightmare scenarios. And when you do everything on blockchain, it totally deletes that. So basically what happened is President Trump came out and said, he said that mail-in voting can't be trusted. You can't trust the numbers when it comes
Mhm.
to, these votes. And look, I mean, I think there's a lot of evidence to support that. I think I would say
Oh
that you
yeah.
can't, there's a lot of manipulation going on. You hear this stuff you heard that in the last election, there were, buses going from, I think it was like Vermont over to New Hampshire, and people were voting twice. And how much of that stuff's real, how much of it isn't real, I don't know. But the fact is, there are questions. There are
Yeah.
questions about whether or not, that all voting is legit. When you move this over to blockchain, this is what the USPS said basically is, okay, Trump, if you don't think that this is legit, then let's use blockchain where it can all be verified. How stupid is it? You realize in the United States of America, in the United States of America in 2020, we literally have precincts around the United States that hand count votes.
That's stupid.
Hand count votes. Like, that opens up for so much manipulation. All you got to have is a few people in on it, and they can just change the votes. It's not that hard.
Dude, and these people, I think that they're like volunteers that do this stuff. So you get, you get Jimmy, Ricky, Betty, and Eddie all in a room in some small town.
Yeah.
Eula May. I mean, there's like, look, this is not going the right way. Let's flip it. Yeah, every vote for the other guy.
Yeah, and they say, oh, well, we got a person from this party and a person from this party to make sure it's all fair or whatever. Like, hey, couple dollar bills, y'all, to change anybody's mind.
Everything is for sale. Everybody is for sale for the right price. No, I don't mean trafficking. Everyone's for sale. I mean your opinion.
Did you really just what?
I just wanted to clarify.
It's popular these days. Human trafficking is really popular these days. It's in the news a lot. I guess it's been popular for a while.
It's crazy. Like when you I don't want to go too far off a tangent about that, but it's crazy. Like when you go somewhere, like I was picking up my brother at the airport. And it's like those signs, like "End human trafficking now." It's like you see like the billboards. It's like, why is this such a big thing that there's this much attention on it?
Well, I think there's a fun rabbit trail to go down. I mean, when you think about human trafficking and the numbers on it and the millions and millions and millions of people who get human trafficked every year, they're right under your nose the whole time. They have to be. When you look at the numbers of how many people are being human trafficked, like there's no way it's not going on right around you. All those like little sketchy, shady massage, truckers welcome. Like you can see those on the, billboards on the, on the interstate. Like those are all human trafficking places for sure. And human trafficking is it doesn't look like people think it looks. People think like, oh, well, if someone's being human trafficked, then they're kicking and screaming and saying, "I'm being human trafficked, save me." That's not how it works. It's done a lot through coercion and manipulation, and they just don't really have a choice. Might as well just do your job, I guess. In a lot of those situations. But I listened to a judge. He was a federal judge that gave a talk at a place I was at, and he was talking about it and how rampant it is and how they run these schemes. And they go into these little towns and little villages and different places, and they pose like they're someone that wants to marry some girl there. She like falls in love with them. They're like this foreign person, and that get the parents like blessing to bring her to the United States and marry her and all this stuff, and then they get here and then they're trapped.
Yeah, dude, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, could you, dude? There's so much evil in the world, dude. There really is so much evil in the world. It's crazy to think about all the stuff that actually goes on.
Yeah, for sure. People are idiots.
People are. Well, let's talk real quick. Let's talk about Bitcoin for a minute. Where's it at right now? I think it's at like 11.8. I really thought once we got over 12 yesterday, I really felt like that was it. I was like, okay, here we go. We're heading up to 13, 14. And we got rejected. Now we're back down below 12. What do you think, Jay? What are your prospects for where you think Bitcoin's going right now?
It's really, it's all speculation, right? And that's all that we all do is we speculate because we're not, you can be a TA expert and whatever. That's beside the point, man. I think it's going to happen. It's been flirting with this, around 12K for a little bit now. I think everyone's sick of the sideways action. So for just the sake of being exciting, I mean, I just feel like it's going to go up soon. Yeah. I'm hoping 20. I'm still hoping 20. By quarter four. That's just what I think. But who knows? I mean, I think it's going to go up before it goes down. I know that's like a John Madden comment, but
Well, it's either going to go up or it's going to go down here. There's no question about it, Pat.
one of my favorites about him was just like, if the offense will score more points than the defense will allow, they're going to win the game. Like, yeah.
Well, I just loved like Madden football when it was him and Pat Summerall back in the day together, and like I'll never forget this Pat Summerall. Like, it's just stuck in my brain. You know, he's like, John, it looks like he wanted to find a hole to crawl into. Just like this little phrase Pat Summerall used to say. I say it all the time. I love Madden. I love John Madden. I love football. I love the whole thing. Be nice when football actually starts, which I did get news, by the way, the Falcons, we are not having fans, at least for September, probably the whole season. So what else?
So do they refund the season tickets to you, or is that you just roll it into next year?
We'll roll over to next year, the payments. We actually moved our seats to somewhere a little better, moved closer to the middle. And so, basically being able to roll these over to next year, then we won't have to pay that much more for the tickets the first year, which will be good or whatever. I mean, assuming we have football next year.
Oh, it'll be back. There's no way.
Football will be back, but will there be fans? I mean, I'm not convinced this is over next year by any stretch of the imagination.
Anyway, so what do you think about Bitcoin? Where do you think it's going?
I think that I love sideways action for Bitcoin because I'm in all these like tiny little Uniswap coins, and they do better when it's stable. You know, like yesterday when Bitcoin jumped up, or on Monday or Tuesday, whatever day it was that it went up over 12K. I mean, that crushed my portfolio. A lot of my small coins like started bleeding all of a sudden, which was the first time that had happened in weeks. Yeah. So what that told me is that that a lot of people really believed that at that point, Bitcoin was going to keep running. That's why, because it's made other moves over 12K and they didn't start bleeding. But this week, it did happen. So that kind of signaled to me, like I said, that a lot of people are anticipating Bitcoin about to start running. And when it does, our little altcoin season is probably going to be over. And that's going to be really sad because, you guys know I love altcoins. I own hardly any Bitcoin. I don't mess with Bitcoin really.
I love altcoins. I got them. I got it all. So, all right. So it's Bitcoin's going to pop, and then altcoins are going to do their thing where they usually trail off a little bit. Yeah. And then we're just going to get back into that cycle, baby.
Yeah. I mean, the question is, where is Bitcoin going to stop when it starts running? I mean, that's the question. I think you're right. I mean, we'll be at all-time highs by the end of this year for sure. I think we might be at all-time highs within 6 weeks from now. I mean, it's not that big of a move from where it is now. So
that's true.
I mean,
we 50% in a day.
Yeah, we've seen Bitcoin go from 8,000 to 12,000 in a day before. I mean, even during the bear market, we saw like some crazy moves. Where it went from, I think, 7 to 10 in one day back in October. We've also seen it go down the other way. So I think the question is, what kind of swings on the downside are we going to see on the way up? Because I was looking at the chart from 2017. And it's like there was, Ethereum dropped 50% in a couple days at some point. During that run before really rebounded and head back up. So
I think you set those tight losses.
Yeah. You gotta have those losses set in. So, but yeah, guys. So anyways, that's where Bitcoin is right now. That's where we think it could be heading to. So this could be an exciting week. But this is, like we said, the last week of this format. So next week you can look forward to a new look for the Beards and Bitcoin podcast. Really excited about it. Can't wait to see your face. You're going to trim it up. He's going to trim it up. So, all right, guys, that's all we got for today. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next week.
See ya.